Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be talking about the difference between the rising sign and the sun sign, but also why I prefer and I use Placidus over the whole sign system. I will show you both examples of Placidus and the whole sign system. I will use my own personal chart. So you will see the difference uh, between these two methods of doing astrology. First of all, I have to say that looking at the sun sign only got me into astrology because, as you can see, I'm Sagittarius sun, but I'm a Scorpio rising, a totally different energy. So while I was growing up, reading like every teenager, I was reading about the in the news a horoscope. But only for my sun sign, Sagittarius. And it didn't make a lot of sense. Although I do have some traits of Sagittarius, like being optimistic, being joyful, having wisdom, like in philosophy, being fast. I have the fire in me, but some things didn't resonate with me, and that didn't make sense to me at all. Like, okay, I'm joyful, but I'm also very realistic. I'm not so much optimistic. I try to look at things positively, but I do stick with reality. And some people, believe it or not, say that I'm a pessimistic person, but to be honest, I'm realistic. I look at things as they are. So that is the difference between the one of the differences between the sun sign and my rising sign. Also, going by the sun sign, for example, with the transits, as you can see, I here have my natal planets. The inner wheel is my natal planets, and the outside wheel is the transits for today. So, with the rising sign is so important. It is like our blueprint for our life. It defines the first of all ourselves. So I'm a Scorpio rising, ruled by Pluto. Then it defines our second house, income, our third house, community, our fourth house, which is here in Aquarius. Also, our fifth house, joy, fun, play, romance, sixth house of work. I'm, as you can see, my sixth house is in Aries ruled by Mars, and I'm fast at everything I do, for good or bad. I am fast. Seventh house is in Taurus. Eighth house is in Cancer, and so on. You can see in my chart, my 10th house is in Leo. But if we go by our sun sign, if we read or listen to the videos about our sun sign, this will be wrong. So, at the moment, first about the natal chart. Having a sun sign in Sagittarius for me would make Virgo my 10th house, and Pisces would be my fourth house, and that is wrong. So if you are reading or listening to the videos only based on the sun sign, that is not completely correct. Not correct at all. It makes a huge difference. Also with the transits, as you can see, now I have Jupiter and Uranus in my seventh house. If we go by Sagittarius, as I'm Sagittarius Sun, these planets would be in my sixth house of work instead of relationships. So this makes a huge difference. I also have Saturn transiting my fourth house, but going by Sagittarius, Saturn would be in my third house. So as you can see, there is a lot of difference between the sun sign and the rising sign. Like I said, the rising sign is our blueprint for our life. It shows us our home, our family, the way we think, the way we connect with others, the way we are in a relationship, what career is good for us. For me, my MC is in Leo. My sixth house is in Aries, and although my houses, those houses are empty, we have rulers. I have Mars in my second house, and Sun, the ruler of my tenth house, is in my first house. So you have to look at all of this stuff. Like I said, the rising sign gives us the blueprint for our whole life, how we do, why we do it, and in what way do we do anything. So this was a bit fast, and I hope you understood the difference between the rising sign and the sun sign. For example, if I was, let's say, Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun, if you listen to the videos and read newspapers for Capricorn sun, you would have Pluto in your second house. But with the rising sign, which is for me Scorpio, Pluto is in the third house. So, like I said, there is a huge difference. Being led by the sun or using ascendant to view the whole picture. So you can see, firstly, in the natal chart, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and what do you have to work on. But also with the transits, you see with the rising sign, how all the planets are affecting you personally, what areas of your life they are affecting. And for some, you have to prepare, some to welcome, but either way, you know what houses and what areas of your life are going to be affected. And that is basically the difference between the rising sign and the sun sign. So most of the people don't believe in astrology because they read about their sun sign. That is wrong. You should always check. Okay, check your sun if it is aspected by some planet transiting. But always look at your rising sign and be led by that. Like I said, rising sign is our blueprint, like a map for our laid out in front of us, like you see um, in this picture, in this image. It is a blueprint. Everything is laid out for us to look at. Okay, now I will go switch to why I use Placidus instead of the whole house system. So as you can see, um, a lot is changed with the whole house system. Okay, I have in my natal chart, I have Venus in my first house. and my Venus is in my 12th house. So my Sun switched to the second house. My Sun is in my first house. Also, Mars. It is in third house with this whole house system, but it is in my second house, and everything changed. My and more importantly, look at the transits. In a whole house system, I have in a whole house system I have Saturn in my fifth house, but it is actually in my present in my fourth house. Also, Sun, Mercury, and Venus, and Jupiter. I have them in my eighth house with the whole sign system, but actually I only have um, Sun, Mercury, and Venus transiting my eighth house and affecting my moon. Jupiter is still in my seventh house, not in my eighth house. So if, for example, you see the degrees, they are all zero. Okay, as you can see, this is my in this whole sign system. Pluto is right at my fourth house cusp and going back into my third house. But actually, Pluto is with the Placidus. As you can see, this is Placidus. We have degrees at every house cusp. Pluto will remain in my third house, so it won't transition from fourth house to my third house. So again, another example why I don't like the whole house system and why I use Placidus. Okay, another example. Pluto is making square to my Venus, but in my first house, actually from fourth to my first house. But actually, Pluto is from the third house, making a square to my Venus in my 12th house. So you see all the differences at close. I also have Mars in my sixth house at the moment, and with the whole sign system, my Mars is in the seventh house. I also have Mars trine my natal Mars. Okay, but with the Placidus, that is energy put to work to gain more income and to feel better. But in the whole house system, it is third house and seventh house communication and relationships and love. That is not correct for me at all. I've been all about work and working on creating more money, a better income. So as you can see, there is a huge difference. If you go with the Placidus, you have the angular houses, first, seventh, tenth, fourth. Uh, Also, other house cusps are very much important, and if any planet makes an aspect to it, it will affect you. For example, Uranus made a square to my fourth house and my tenth house, and with this whole house system, Uranus didn't make a square because my fourth is in Aquarius at 0 degrees. Okay, it could be a white square, but also I'm about to have when Venus soon enters Cancer, I will have a trine from a ninth house to my 12th house, which is like good for love, also good for traveling or finding love for from a different land or a foreign place or from meeting someone on a trip uh, while being out of the country. I also have Jupiter opposing my Sun from my seventh house uh, to my first house, and in the whole house system, it is from eighth house to my second house. So you see the difference, and that is why I do prefer Placidus. That is why I need the correct time. That is why we use all the information that we use when we talk to our clients, the birth time, the place, having the right time, correct time of birth, so we can know. Like I said, our rising sign not set it to 0 degrees, but to have like me, I have 11 degrees and 5 minutes Scorpio rising. I need to know my, for example, career 2351 Leo, not 0 Leo, because not every Scorpio is rising is will have the rising sign at the same position. Okay, so if I was a later Scorpio, for example, 27 degrees Scorpio. Okay, that would put Mercury and Uranus in my 12th house. So you see how these, for some not big deal things, really do matter. Because having Mercury on your ascendant in your first house is a completely different story than having a Mercury on your in your 12th house on your ascendant. It is completely different energy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this made sense to you. And for those of you who don't believe in astrology, here you can see the examples of why. If you read or hear or listen to videos about the sun sign and you feel like it doesn't resonate with you, go to free birth chart and calculate it and do the Placidus. So you can see by yourself what areas of your life are affected. Listen to whoever you want to listen to on YouTube of the good astrologers and see how it affects you. Not every Scorpio rising like I am will have Pluto in third. Okay, because if was born, let's say, if I'm a later or earlier rising Scorpio, my Pluto wouldn't be transiting my third house. That changes everything. Okay, for the end, I wanted to use energy oracle cards. Um, so to see our energy of the day, I will see what card comes up first and choose whether to pull only one or three cards. Okay, our first card is yin yang. It's balance. We need balance. As we have um, some bad stuff happening to us, um, we also have good. So we need to create a balance in our life. In every bad situation, if we see there is something positive to, at least if nothing else, to learn from. Okay, I will do two more cards. Okay, we have the healer of the ages. It is the time of healing. Today we do have moon opposing Chiron in and the moon being in Libra, yin yang, the balance. You want more? Okay, I cannot pronounce this one, but it is abundance. Abundance. You can see here there is like a forest, and the sun is coming through and shining a light on all of these beautiful abundant matters, beautiful things, fruits, fruits, grapes, abundance, and we do have Jupiter giving us blessings and abundance. So, to connect all these three, first we have um, balance that we need to create. Then we have healing, and with us being healed and in balance, we get the abundance. This is a great card, 11. I like to say it is like a new beginning, new blessings. Okay, so thank you all for watching this video. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Bye.